Hi everyone, my name is Daryl Khalid Aulia. You can call me Daryl. I'm an aerospace engineering student in Institut Teknologi Bandung, but right now I'm an international student in Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam, and I'm taking minor sustainability management and innovation. I'm currently in the Vrije Universiteit new building, which is kind of a good place to make a video, and I think it's kind of safe to say that it has the most modern looking interior out of all the buildings in Vrije. So how I knew about Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards is kind of a long story. It started when me and four of my friends applied to another exchange program, which was to TU Delft, which is actually in the Netherlands too. But all of us got rejected because of the whole Indonesian corona situation at that time. But one of my friends knew about the IISMA program and told the whole group. And out of the five of us, three decided to apply to IISMA. And because we already have several documents ready for the previous exchange program, we just kind of like shifted everything to IISMA. And yeah, the process was kind of thrilling because that's the only time I kind of look at my transcript, my academic transcript, and also my non-academic records. And that's when I realized I haven't really done much in college. And yeah, after the whole document selection process, there is this kind of English interview thing where I was interviewed by probably one of the lecturers in Indonesia University, but she was Indonesian, but she spoke in English, and it was kind of a new experience for me, the whole interviewing in English kind of thing. And yeah, it was really unique. And after the whole selection process, I got through, and also two of my other friends that I mentioned before got through as well, but we kind of got in different universities. And then, yeah, there was a lot of things to prepare. Like, for example, there's the visa and also the stuff that I need to bring, like clothes and everything else. And if I remember correctly, I think I pretty much did everything alone because at the time I thought if I wait for someone to help me out, it would take a really long time for me. And I would have been, left behind by the other members of the group. So, yeah. I was forced to be more independent at that time. So after arriving in Amsterdam, I had to go through a quarantine process, and it took about 5 days, which is actually the minimum at that time. And luckily for me, it was 5 days because my PCR test result came out negative. And after knowing that I got negative and all of the awardees are negative also, we went out. We actually went to Amsterdam Central, which is kind of like the downtown of Amsterdam. And yeah, the first thing I noticed about the city, my first impression was that the city is really beautiful. The building is kind of old, but that is what makes it really beautiful and unique. And I didn't really experience any cultural shock per se, but I noticed some differences. For example, one of the major differences is that everything here is really organized. You have to get like carts to get through trains and other public transportation. And yeah, when you want to cross the road, you have to wait for the sign to go green or press a button. But as far as I know, we don't really do that in Indonesia. We just kind of wait for an opening and just go for it, and hopefully we don't get hit by a car or motorcycle or whatsoever. And yeah, another thing is that people here really mind their own business. They kind of don't see us as someone really different from them. They're just like, yeah, do your thing, I'll do mine. And I really like that because it's kind of respectful in a way. And yeah, that's kind of the things that I really noticed the first time I arrived here. If we're talking about the academic environment, I don't find it really different from what I'm used to. And I find myself I find it really easy to adjust myself to everything here. Although what I'm studying is quite a detour from engineering, if anything, what I can recall is that the courses relies heavily on reading. So the amount of articles, papers that we need to read before class and throughout the courses basically is probably like 10 times of what I'm used to back in my home university. And yeah, the classes consist more of discussions and like debates and everything like that. And the students here are very, very, very outspoken, and they're really upfront with what they're thinking, with their opinions. And yeah, it was kind of challenging at first because I'm not really outspoken myself. I'm an introvert, but as time goes on, I kind of get used to it and just say whatever I have in mind. And if I happen to have a lot of stress or feeling like everything is too hard, Amsterdam has a ton of public places that are really cool and really interesting. They have like parks and running tracks, and they have their own forest in Amsterdam. And whenever I feel stressed, I often use those public places, and I go often. Me personally, I enjoy running, and I like to run in one of the public running tracks near my accommodation. And yeah, I think the only thing that would change is that I didn't have a lot of interaction with local students. But yeah, I think I can do better at, making conversations and, start a new group of friends here. And that's the only thing that I can think of that I would change. In a few days from now, I will be coming back to Indonesia. This whole experience has been more about self-discovery for me. I can say that I grew a lot. I became more independent and open-minded, self-conscious, thoughtful, and most importantly, I can appreciate my country even more after seeing it from afar. And just like an artist, sometimes you have to take a few steps back away from your canvas to truly appreciate the greatness in your art. And academically, I would say that I became more independent. In my studies, I rely more on self-reading and also research and discovering stuff on my own, and less on the lectures in class. And I would definitely implement that back at my home university. And my commitment on IISMA before I arrived here and after the whole experience hasn't changed a lot. I still think that what I learned here, especially about sustainability, can definitely be implemented in Indonesia and also my future endeavors in my career in aerospace engineering. I'm officially IISMA biased because I have grown and learned a lot from the experience, and will forever be grateful for this opportunity. IISMA has been such a life-changing experience for me, and I kid you not, this is not something you want to miss. So be bold to go abroad.